What's going on, guys? Game Guy here, bringing you kind of an update on what's going on. On February 15th, I posted on a video saying I broke my wrist. That day, actually, if I remember correctly, yes, I did. No, I broke it on Valentine's Day. So on the 14th, I broke my wrist. I was in a lot of pain that day. I went to the ER, and obviously they confirmed it was broken. What happened was, during Valentine's Day, Kentucky got a ice storm, and it pretty much literally froze everything. Everything was frozen. And I was kind of doing some house chores because, what else is there to do? And I gathered a bunch of garbage and stuff I don't use no more. I was just all going to go to the trash, that way, declutter my house. And I was taking the trash out. I slipped and fell on my driveway, which was completely solid ice at that point. But I'm not a light guy. I'm a pretty heavy guy, so myself and about 40 to 50 pounds worth of trash, and just, old computer parts and, decorations that I don't use no more, stuff like that, all came down on my wrist with it and broke essentially the left radius bone on my forearm, before it goes to the joint, to the actual wrist joint. So I didn't break my wrist, but it's close enough to call it broke. You guys are obviously seeing my desktop here. There's really not much going on there other than the games that I was playing at the time. So I'm going to load up my GIMP here and click this picture. And as you can see, yeah, that's a broke boy. You can kind of see the crack right here. Actually, let me do a selector so you can kind of... That right there. You can kind of see the crack of where I broke it. Obviously, that right there is my hand. That goes up this area goes up my arm. Pretty gnarly. So yeah, if you zoom out here, because of the ice storm, I couldn't get into the orthopedic until 3 days after I broke it. Which is not a big deal, because I asked them about that, and they said no, that's not a problem. It takes longer for bones to set than do that. So I showed them that, and the bone was broke pretty good, as you can tell. You can see a pretty visible crack there. And then what happened the next morning was surgery. The doctor said I didn't necessarily need surgery. They could have casted it and just let it heal on its own. But he said the way my bone was oriented and how it shifted everything, he said that it could cause problems in the future, whether that be 6 months or 20 years down the road. So to err on the side of caution, I went ahead and chose surgery, just that way I don't have to worry about that in the future. And do it right the first time, so that way you don't have to do it again later. Because doing it again later would mean they'd have to re-break the bone, and then I would be back in the same pain I already was in the first place. So no need for that. The second picture is going to be after surgery. You can kind of see here the plate and screws. I counted 9 screws. 5 up here at the top right here. I'll kind of show you on the horizontal view right there. And then obviously the 4 that run down my bone. It hurt afterwards. It hurt when all the numbing, and they did a nerve block, which pretty much made my arm completely useless for a day or two. Because I couldn't flex muscles. I couldn't move in nothing. Like, my dad could pinch me on my arm and I wouldn't feel it. Like, he had to help me move my arm, because it was literally like it wasn't there, and I was just dragging around dead weight. Funny for the first couple of hours, but, after 2 days, it kind of gets freaking annoying. So, once when the feeling came back, it started hurting bad. And you guys will see why. And so, yeah, I got an orange cast I actually was able to drive my Corvette. So that's kind of the door, and then right there's obviously the side mirror of it. It's orange, because I'm cheesy like that. I decided to match the Corvette. And yeah, the next two pictures are going to be pretty gory or pretty gnarly. I know some people can't handle this, so this is your fair warning. Do not look at this if you don't want to. This first picture is going to be as soon as they took the surgical cast off. This is before they cleaned it, before they removed any staples, so this looks pretty nasty. So yeah, all this yellow is still bruising. The marker, the purple marks are markers. I don't know what the heck he used to mark me with, some sort of surgical marker. I have a mark on my left index and ring and middle finger, or not my index and middle finger that I have taken everything to. I've rubbed alcohol. I've tried Dawn dishwashing liquid. I have tried Dial soap. I have scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. It will not come off. So I don't know what they marked me with, but I want that marker. But yeah, as you can see, they went under my arm instead of over it, which kind of was weird in my opinion. I didn't expect him to do that. And that right there is what makes it hurt, where that cuts or it bends at the wrist and then goes up. That's what hurts the most when I had this. And I mean, this today is obviously March 12th. So this is, let me dial back here. This was on the 3rd. This picture was taken on the 3rd. I go back on the 17th for another x-ray and probably to recast my arm because, it's going to take 3 or 4 weeks to get this fixed, but at least 5 or 6 weeks to get this fixed. But yeah, guys, that one was fun. The nurse that I had that helped take the staples out was awesome. She was cool. I talked to her the whole time. It only hurt one or two staples taking it out. And this was after they cleaned it. A little better view of it. And as you can see, this is the bottom of my hand. And you can kind of see right there goes up to my thumb. There's my, looks like my middle finger. And you can kind of just see how it curves. All this yellow, like I said, is still bruising. From where they kind of rearranged and moved muscles and stuff like that. I actually still have a big bruise on my arm from the IV that they gave me for all my medicine and stuff during my stay at the hospital. This was an outpatient procedure, so I was in, knocked out, surgery was done, and I was out of the hospital, released before like 6 o'clock that day. So I went in about 7:30, 8 o'clock on the 18th, and then I was out within less than 12 hours. So it wasn't a long surgery, and I was only out for, I think they said only for a couple of hours. But the waiting and me making sure that, I was good to go before I left the hospital. Obviously, my dad took me home, and they kind of hung out with me until I was able to at least use my arm again. And at that point, they took me back to my house and went there. And we're at that point, guys. So what does this mean for the channel? I've still got some videos. I'm not showing you guys because, I'm not spoiling you guys like that. But I still have videos up into April. Legend of Legaia, I'm going to keep doing because I can play that with one hand. My controller movement might be a little shoddy, but I can still play it with one hand. There are some other games that were canceled, like the Pokemon Nuzlocke, which sucks because I loved playing that. What happened was I built a new computer and moved all my files over, and the save didn't go with it. And I nuked my old computer before I realized the save didn't transfer over. So that's my fault. And there's nothing we can do at that point. I'd have to restart the entire playthrough to get that ball rolling again. What else we got? Think anything else? Obviously, Dynasty Warriors 5 Chaos Musos are not going to be coming anytime soon. Not until my hand heals. I want to make sure I'm 100% for that because I did a practice run or two a little while back off camera, and it was pretty brutal. So I have to be ready for that. What else? I bought a GoPro before all this, so you might be getting some different kind of videos with the Corvette. That way I can kind of record outside and hook it up into the car and, kind of do some driving montages, just some cruising around, having a little bit of fun with the car. And I'm going to post that on here because even though it is a game guy, I am a game guy, and this is a lot about gaming. I also kind of want to make this about things that I do in my life that are fun, like driving my Corvette. No, guys, as far as financials go, this is not going to destroy me. It's going to hurt, but it's not going to destroy me. I'm not having to sell assets or anything like that. The Corvette's paid for. My cars, both of my cars, my daily driver and the Corvettes are paid for, so I'm not having to sell those. If I have to, I'll just turn the insurance off and park them. I still have my job. I'm still able to work slowly because I don't know if I've told you guys I work in IT, so I have my right hand. I can still type, still click around and do stuff, and just installing hardware and stuff like that. It's a little bit tricky for me. I just got to be very careful with my hand as far as placement and what I do and what I don't do. But yeah, guys, other than that, that's it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful beginning of 2021. Well, at least better than mine. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end it there. I appreciate everyone that has subscribed so far. We have seen a huge spike in subscribers, almost a 30% increase in subscribers just in the past month or two. So I am very, very, very grateful. And I want opinions on what we need to do next. I am working on Dynasty Warriors 5. I was. Like I said, I was working on Dynasty Warriors 5 Muso modes, and I'm also working on Dynasty Warriors 3 Fifth Weapons. I've got about 9 or 10 of those done. I have not decided when I'm going to upload those because I'm doing those very, very slowly. They can be quite a headache, and I only want to do them in small dosages because Dynasty Warriors 3 Hard Musos really pushed me to the brink of insanity, and I still technically have not finished those. Wait, is there anything? Okay, yeah. So let me pull this over here where you guys can't see everything. Let's see here. Completed. So I got a little text document here that shows the characters I have left. So there's the characters I have left. And all those X's are my attempts. Or failed attempts. So I've got a couple of Dynasty Warriors 3 Hard Muso characters left. I do plan on finishing those once when my hand heals up. Close that out. Open up characters left here. This is my Dynasty Warriors 4. Base that. Dynasty Warriors 4 level 10s. And that is only 3 videos. So Guan Yu, Yue Ying, and Great Sword custom or created character. Those are not going to be fun. Those are actually pretty hard, especially when you play them on Extreme Legends like I have been doing. Dynasty Warriors 5 Fifth Weapons. I think they're all done, even though that's not true. You guys, I know for a fact Mang Woes and stuff like that's already up. Let's see. Tips. I've already uploaded that. Okay, never mind. And that's it, guys. I mean, I'm looking right here. There's a couple of stuff I want to get back up and running. I wanted to start doing the Darkest Dungeon run again. That might be also something I might need to kick up, but I think we got too many RPGs going on at the same time. Halo 4 and Halo 3 Legendary Solos are done. Once when my hand heals up, I will be doing Halo 3 ODST Legendary Solo, and I will be uploading that first before Halo 4. Like I said, Halo 3 is already uploaded and scheduled out on its standard day. Yeah, guys, go ahead and like, subscribe, and once again, I appreciate everybody hanging around and watching the videos and enjoying the content. It really makes me happy to see people enjoy my content, and I got a real big spike in comments asking questions about videos and how I did stuff. And I'd also appreciate the feedback and people commenting and giving opinions on how I could have done things better, or giving their feedback on the situation that I was in on that video. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Later.